Topping your news, police still investigating a weekend homicide after a Belzona man guns down his girlfriend inside her bathtub. According to police, the love affair turned deadly Sunday. Now the suspect, Alexander Jones, who appeared before a judge this morning, is behind bars and being held on a $200,000 bond. Jones has been charged with first-degree murder, felony possession of a firearm, and aggravated assault. Authorities say the 39-year-old Jones fatally shot 37-year-old Mary Nicholson several times in the tub. A good friend of the couple says she's sad for both families involved and is still in shock.
When I opened my back door, I seen a lot of police outside, and they was just telling me that, we walked to the ditch back there, they was telling us that she was dead, and I didn't believe it or anything till the police and everybody came and started putting up the tape and stuff.
Well, the friend also tells us Nicholson leaves behind 2 daughters. Well, a little boy continues the fight for his life after falling from a Ferris wheel over the weekend. Officials say the 4-year-old fell from the top of the ride at a carnival in Greenville. The child has since been airlifted to another hospital. Detectives say the child sustained shoulder and head injuries. Mayor Eric Simmons issuing the following statement. The city of Greenville extends its thoughts and prayers to the Jennings family and prays for a quick recovery of their 4-year-old child. The carnival plans to resume operations without the Ferris wheel. Meantime, authorities tell us today the child remains in critical condition. Well, our next top story, the state of Mississippi holding its presidential primaries today. The state will award 40 Republican and 41 Democratic delegates. As WXVT's Candace Redd reports, voters in Greenville are rushing to the polls.
I mean, we just really do need a change, and I really don't want Trump to win.
Trump says he's going to make America
great again. No, he might have us hanging again.
It's all about the Mississippi presidential primaries. Voters in Greenville are at the polls to make their voices heard. The main question, who should be the next president of the United States?
And I think Hillary will do very good, like Bill.
I think Trump can do the job. I hope that he'll do what he says he's going to do. And if he does, this country has a chance.
Republicans Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, and John Kasich campaigned in the Magnolia State to gain supporters, but not Marco Rubio. Democrats Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders also skipped Mississippi, but former President Bill Clinton did campaign for his wife in Jackson.
Hillary, this is Hillary Clinton, because if you look at the things that she talks about, if you haven't experienced a lot of the things that go on in government and everything, it is very difficult for you to step in there and do things, you know what I mean, because you're learning on the job.
Voters are using ballots that have the names of candidates who dropped out of the race for the White House. That's because the ballots were set weeks ago. Even though Mississippi received little attention from presidential candidates, some voters right here in Greenville say they already know who should be the next president.
Who would I like to see in the White House? The best person for the job.
Well, we heard from voters at the polls, but what about Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant? Well, Bryant is endorsing Ted Cruz for president. The Cruz campaign made the announcement in a press release where Bryant says he will vote for Donald Trump if Trump becomes the Republican nominee. In the studio, I'm Candace Redd for WXVT News.